Don't lump me into the same category as that screwball. She's certifiably insane.
Who are we talking about?
Oh, well.
Give it here! Why, you? So, kid, you wanna fight for it?
Yeah, come on and take it if you think you can.
なるほどね。
Let me ask you something. Why do you watch anime? For the action, the wild transformations, the world building, world building? Yeah, those are awesome, but there's something else, something deeper. Shows like Bleach, Naruto and One Piece, aka the big three, don't just give us epic fights. They make us think. They challenge us. They ask us questions about who we are, why we fight, and what we are willing to sacrifice for the things that matter. Today, I want to take you on a journey. Let's dive into the philosophy behind these legendary anime. I'm going to unpack the big questions they ask and see how their answers can resonate with our own lives. So, let's go. So let's talk about Bleach, my favorite. On the surface, it's a story about Ichigo Kurosaki, a teenager turned soul reaper fighting to protect the living and the dead. If you look closer, Bleach is really about something we all wrestle with: identity. Who am I? It's such a simple question, but it's so hard to answer, isn't it? Ichigo's entire journey is about figuring this out. Is he a human? A soul reaper? A hollow? A Quincy? Every time he thinks he's figured himself out, something new throws him off balance. Now think about this in your own life. How many roles do you play? Maybe you're a student, a sibling, a friend, or an employee. Sometimes we feel pulled in so many directions that we lose sight of who we really are. Ichigo's story is a reminder that it's okay to be more than just one thing. Remember his fight with Aizen? Aizen believes that power makes him a god, untouchable and above everyone else. But Ichigo doesn't fight for power. He fights to protect the people he cares about. That's his truth. And when Ichigo sacrifices his Soul Reaper powers to defeat Aizen, he shows us something powerful. That true strength comes from embracing who you are, contradictions and all, and using that to serve something bigger than yourself. What about you? Are you still searching for who you are? That's okay. Like Ichigo, identity isn't something you find all at once. It's something you build, piece by piece, brick by brick, through the choices you make. Alright, let's switch gears and talk about Naruto. If I had to sum up the philosophy of Naruto in one question, it would be this: how do we break free from cycles of hatred? Naruto Uzumaki grew up in a world that rejected him. He was isolated, hated, and seen as a monster because of the Nine Tails sealed inside him. Now, most people would have let that hatred consume them, right? But not Naruto. Why not? Why didn't he become bitter or vengeful? It's because Naruto believed in something bigger than himself, his dream of becoming Hokage. For him, that wasn't just about power or status. It was about proving that he could turn hatred into respect. But here's where things get interesting. Think about this fight with Pain. Pain believes that suffering is the only way to teach people. If there is justice in revenge, Pain says, then that same justice will breed more revenge. Honestly, he's not wrong. Pain's whole philosophy is rooted in the idea that the cycle of hatred is inevitable. But Naruto sees it differently. He doesn't just fight Pain, he listens to him. He doesn't deny Pain's suffering, he empathizes with it. And in that moment, Naruto chooses compassion over violence. This is a huge lesson for us. How often do we react to anger with more anger? How often do we let bitterness drive our actions? Naruto reminds us that breaking the cycle starts with a choice. It starts with listening, with understanding. But what about you? Are there cycles in your life that you want to break? If so, what's stopping you from being the one who makes the first move towards change? Just think about it for a moment, but not too long. Now let's talk about freedom. One Piece could be summed up in one word. It's this: freedom. Luffy's dream of becoming Pirate King isn't about ruling the seas or being the strongest. It's about being the freest person in the world. But what does freedom mean to Luffy? For him, it's about living authentically. It's about chasing your dreams and helping others chase theirs. Think about the crew he's gathered. Every Straw Hat has a dream that was stolen or suppressed by the world around them. Nami's dream of drawing a map of the world, Robin's desire to uncover the Void Century, Sanji's dream of finding the All Blue, Luffy doesn't just support their dreams, he fights for them as if they were his own. But freedom isn't easy. One Piece constantly reminds us of the price of rebellion. Take the Enies Lobby arc, W arc, when the crew declares war on the world government to save Robin. They're not just fighting for freedom, they're making a stand against a corrupt system that oppresses countless others. And then there's Marineford, W arc. Ace's death is one of the most heart-wrenching moments in the series, and it's a stark reminder that the fight for freedom often comes with loss. But even then, Luffy doesn't give up. Why? Because freedom is worth the struggle. So let me ask you this. What does freedom mean to you? Is there something is there something holding you back from living authentically? And if there is, what are you willing to do to break free? Once again, think about it. Let's move on. At their core, Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece aren't just about battles or power-ups. They're about life. They're about choices we make, the people we fight for, and the dreams we chase. So, a quick summary. Bleach reminds us that identity isn't something you're born with, it's something you build. Naruto teaches us that hatred doesn't have to win, and that compassion can break even the hardest cycles. One Piece shows us that freedom isn't just a gift, it's something worth fighting for. So, here's my last question to you. What's your philosophy? What are the lessons you're taking from these stories, and how are you using them in your own life? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts. And remember, no matter where you are in your journey, keep pushing forward, keep growing, keep dreaming, and keep fighting for the things that matter. Peace.